Hello, educators. My name is Carrie Cole with Side by Side Educational Consulting. Thanks so much for joining me today for today's Quick Tip Tuesday. So today, my quick tip centers around a quick, easy to implement method to scaffold and support all students in reading complex text that contains many multisyllabic words. If you might have noticed, our expert quote from yesterday on our social media was from Archer, Gleason, and Vacon, and it said the following, quote, older students struggling at the word level can often decode single syllable words correctly, but have difficulty decoding multisyllabic words, end quote. Listen, this is hugely problematic for older readers because, according to Nagy and Anderson, from 5th grade on, knowing how to decode multisyllabic words is essential to comprehension because most of the words students will encounter in print are words of 7 or more letters or 2 or more syllables. These are the big words. If students are not automatic in reading those big words, their comprehension is going to be negatively impacted. So, the quick tip for today involves a way that all content teachers, not just ELA teachers, but everybody, can support students in reading these big words. This is something teachers should implement before reading a text or before teaching critical vocabulary. It's called scoop and read. Instead of waiting for students to stumble on these words, which negatively affects comprehension, we're going to proactively pre-teach the pronunciation of these words beforehand. It looks like this. So before reading the text, I would have previewed the text as the teacher, pulled out some of those difficult words and printed them on a whiteboard, or maybe have them displayed on a screen beforehand so that we can preview those difficult words. And then we're going to utilize a strategy called scoop and read. Scoop and read looks like this. So I might say to the students, here are some of the big words that we're going to encounter in the text that we're reading today. Remember, when good readers come to big words that they're not sure about the pronunciation, they look for parts that they might know, and then they read through those parts. We're going to look at the syllabic parts, each syllable. We're going to read it by syllables, scooping under each syllable, and then pronounce the whole word. Watch as I do the first one for you. Migration. I scooped under each syllable. Migration. I read the whole word. Migration. Now it's your turn to scoop and read. Scoop under each syllable, then read the whole word. Here we go. Ready? Bird banding. What word? Bird banding. Yes. Regulates. What word, everyone? Regulates. Excellent. Last one. Determine. What word, everyone? Determine. Yes, determine. So that's scoop and read. It's hugely beneficial because it's a strategy that can support all students in the correct pronunciation of the big words that carry the meaning of the text. Think about the power of this, particularly from a practice perspective, if the strategy was implemented across the school day in various content areas. Now, with that, I do want to note, for some students who are struggling, they're going to need more specialized instruction on how to decode big words. Additional supports in understanding how to break words and decode into parts with a particular focus on vowel sounds is likely going to be needed. The strategy that I just modeled for you is more of a tier 1 classroom support, whole classroom support to support all students. In a well-designed and multi-tiered system of support on top of the instruction that I just modeled, there will be some students that would need to be also provided specialized, more targeted instruction that's layered on to what I just modeled. As I close out this quick tip, I do want to challenge you, please, to share this with any middle school or high school teachers as a way to support kids in correct pronunciation of those big words that carry the meaning of the text that they're going to be reading. This is especially important not only for our ELA teachers, but also our science teachers, our social studies teachers, our math teachers, and so on. We all have big words in our content that students need additional support in reading. Lastly, notice my t-shirt today, Literacy and Justice for All. I want to let you know that we are excited to share this t-shirt in giveaways on our social media this upcoming month. So make sure you're following us so you don't miss out on ways that you can enter. All right, everyone, that's it for today. I hope you found this quick tip helpful. Have a great rest of the week, everyone.